So another part of this whole situation around National and what they were doing yesterday and what they've announced yesterday is Labor reckons they've found $1 billion hole. And I reckon they're right. Let's have the news explain it first.
It's been going on already for months, but with Parliament rising today, the official election campaign is kicking off. National released its mega tax policy yesterday, costing $14.6 billion.
But there could be a mega issue because they might not be able to rely on Chinese foreign buyers to fund their plan.
Bingo.
Political reporter Amelia Wade explains.
So long, farewell. It's time to say goodbye to the 53rd Parliament and the showdowns.
Does he stand by all of his government statements and actions?
Mr. Speaker, yes.
The slip-ups.
Left the country with a country with a
The vibes.
Mr. Speaker, everybody knows that I'm a naturally happy person.
He has been a good steward of taxpayers' money.
Confidence is rising. Spring is coming. The members should cheer up.
Nicola Willis is gunning for Grant Robertson's job. And after releasing her tax plan yesterday, the fiscal hole accusations are flying.
National's tax plan doesn't add up. It looks dodgy.
We have Labor desperate because they have seen that our tax plan is solid.
National says Labor's going all in on a risky bet of taxing the online gambling black market to fund their tax cuts.
Your numbers don't add up.
Yeah. And it's easy to prove that if they do, just show us your assumptions.
We will be able to find that money. We will be able
So pardon me. So there's a couple of things. There's a projection. So they're entitled to say our numbers add up based on our projections, but their projections might be wrong. Now, I'm not saying that to say they're definitely out, but the way they're standing by how solid their numbers are, even getting them checked by an independent outside source, which I don't know if it's in the story or another one, means the independent outside source checked their numbers based on their projections. They didn't check the projections. They checked the numbers based on their projections. It's like in business, right? I project my sales next year are going to be $1 million. That means my profits will be this. My outside source says, if I get to $1 million, my profits will be this, but it's still me making the projection of what that's going to be. So that doesn't really hold water. And they've said China, I'll explain why if they don't do it well enough in this story, why there's a problem there. Beard here.
I also like the absolute armor-plated confidence of her going, yeah, we'll find the money. We'll find it. Shouldn't you be more confident than, oh, yeah, we'll find the money?
Yeah.
We've done the sums and we know the money's there.
Yeah.
Would give me more confidence.
Yeah, if we get a chance to talk to Craig Rennie was on breakfast this morning, and Nicola Willis was not a happy chappy with him because he didn't agree with us and he's got a vested interest. He said some really interesting points about how, we'll find this, we'll find that as well. Let's get back to the story.
be able to find that money.
But this guy reckons there's other money missing too, because part of National's plan is to bring back foreign buyers for homes worth more than $2 million and to tax them 15%.
This puts the credibility of their tax cut plan into severe doubt.
Article 24 of our double taxation treaty with China clearly states that we cannot tax Chinese buyers more than we tax Kiwis.
It's clear in black and white. The provisions of this article apply to taxes of every kind and description.
Which could be a mega issue because before the foreign buyer ban, 36% of buyers were from China.
1 in 3 purchases were from China. That means if 1 in 3, and because remember, they said Singapore and Australia. So they were banking on China. They said Singapore and Australia are exempt. They didn't say China. That means of their 2,000 houses, about 700 of them are going to be bought by the Chinese who aren't going to pay any tax. 700 out of 2,000 is about 700 to 800 is about a third, let's say 35 to 40% of your income. That makes it an $800 million to a $1 billion gap, Chewy. Just like that.
They're boned. They are completely and totally boned.
Yeah. Because that's where that's where the houses have been bought. The biggest purchaser of houses, the biggest nationality that's purchased houses before the ban was China. Should that trend continue, which I think we can project, then they can't pay tax because we have a double tax agreement with them, like a double espresso latte. And
no wonder they left it this late to announce it.
Of course.
Just
So two things to what you just said. They either left it this late to announce it because they knew about this, or they had no fucking idea because they didn't do their research on this. I suspect it's the latter, because that's why even yesterday they started talking about maybe we'll have to call them levies, or maybe we'll have to call them fees. They just can't be taxes. So they're already, what's that great thing we always say on Monday about Luxon? What's that great little phrase we use every Monday? He starts to walk things back.
I think he's been very clear.
He always starts to walk it back. They're already walking it back. We'll get to the end of this, eh?
They've missed this very black and white rule that we have in that tax treaty.
Cutting Chinese buyers out of the $2.9 billion national needs for their tax cuts. That means there could be a $1 billion hole.
Are you rock solid that you can tax foreign buyers from China?
I can tell you in the National Party, we understand the economy and we are rock solid on our numbers.
Didn't answer it. Didn't answer it. Didn't answer it. Let's do this again. Didn't answer it. You watching? This is, if you like national tears, my friends, drink this one up.
$1 billion hole.
Are you rock solid that you can tax foreign
You
buyers
can tax
from
foreign
China?
buyers from
I
China.
can tell you in the National Party, we understand the economy and we are rock solid on our numbers.
On a solid rock, he
Not
reckons,
even
as everyone
close to
rolls onto
answering
the
it.
campaign.